Did you know that gacha games can destroy your finances and relationships? If you're stuck in this cycle, you're not alone and it's time to break free. Gacha games are everywhere. They're colorful, addictive, and often feel harmless. From smartphone apps to console games, their enticing visuals and exciting mechanics draw players in like moths to a flame. But for many, they lead to compulsive gambling behavior that can ruin lives. Today, we're diving deep into gacha gambling addiction, what it is, how it affects you, and most importantly, how to overcome it. Gacha games lure players in with the promise of rare characters and items. It starts off fun, but the thrill of chasing that next big win can quickly spiral out of control. You might find yourself spending more money than you planned, leading to financial strain. Suddenly, a few dollars here and there become hundreds, or even thousands, spent on virtual treasures that often don't bring the joy you expected. You might even neglect important relationships because you're too busy chasing that next draw. It's a slippery slope, and many players don't even realize they're addicted until it's too late. The problem doesn't stop at financial loss. The psychological toll is often just as devastating. You may find yourself feeling anxious or depressed when you're not playing. Maybe you've lost interest in hobbies you once loved, or you isolate yourself from friends and family to spend more time on the game. It can feel like a cycle that never ends, pulling you deeper into its grasp. Let's break down how gacha games hook you. They use bright graphics, catchy music, and the thrill of chance to keep you coming back. When you win a rare item, your brain releases dopamine, making you crave that feeling again and again. This cycle is similar to other forms of gambling, where the anticipation can feel more rewarding than the actual win. It creates a powerful feedback loop that makes quitting feel almost impossible. Think about it: when you start playing, you might be drawn in by the fun mechanics, the social aspects, or the stunning art. You tell yourself it's just a game, a way to unwind after a long day. But as you invest more time and money, the line between casual gaming and addiction starts to blur. You might tell yourself, just one more draw or I'll stop once I get that rare character, but before you know it, you've spent hours scrolling through character lists, planning your next purchase, and obsessing over what you need to do to win. The first step to overcoming this addiction is recognizing the signs. Ask yourself, are you spending more money than you can afford? Do you feel anxious or upset when you don't play? Have you lied to others about your gaming habits? Do you neglect responsibilities in your life to play? Have you ever skipped meals or stayed up late just to play? If you answered yes to any of these, it's a clear indication that you need to make a change. Denial is a common part of addiction, and recognizing your situation is the first step toward recovery. It's crucial to face these questions honestly and understand the impact gacha games have on your life. Many players might believe they can control their spending or limit their playtime, but the reality is that these games are designed to keep you engaged for as long as possible. The constant updates, special events, and limited time offers create a sense of urgency that can be hard to resist. You may find yourself caught up in FOMO, fear of missing out, convinced that you need to keep playing to stay competitive or complete your collection. Breaking free from gacha gambling addiction isn't easy, but it's absolutely possible. One effective method is setting strict limits. Decide on a monthly budget for gaming and stick to it. Calculate how much you can afford to spend without jeopardizing your bills or savings. Create a separate account or use cash specifically for gaming expenses. If you find it hard to resist the urge to spend, consider removing the payment method linked to your account. This makes it harder to make impulse purchases. You can also take breaks from the game, uninstall it for a few weeks. This distance can help clear your mind and regain perspective. During this time, try to engage in other activities that you once enjoyed. Spend time with friends, pick up a new hobby, or exercise. Replacing the time you spent on gacha games with healthier activities can be a game changer in your recovery process. Another powerful strategy is seeking support. Talk to friends or family about your struggle. Sharing your feelings can relieve some of the pressure and help you feel less isolated. You might be surprised by how many people can relate or offer help. There are also support groups and forums where you can connect with others facing similar challenges. Knowing you're not alone can be incredibly empowering. If you're unsure where to start, consider looking into local or online support groups. Organizations like Gamblers Anonymous provide a safe space for individuals to share their experiences and recovery journeys. These groups can offer invaluable insights and strategies for overcoming addiction. Hearing from others who have faced similar struggles can provide hope and motivation. To sum it up, gacha gambling addiction can have serious consequences on your life. It affects your finances, mental health, and relationships. The allure of rare items and the thrill of chance can keep you trapped in a cycle of spending and regret. But with awareness and the right strategies, you can break the cycle. Remember, it's okay to ask for help, and taking the first step is the hardest but most important part of the journey. Reflect on the positives of quitting: improved relationships, better mental health, and more financial stability. Picture a life where you're not constantly checking your game or worrying about your next purchase. You can reclaim your time, energy, and happiness. If you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe for more insights on overcoming addiction.